And that helped Lamin's progression, it helped the team.
Well, there really were no doubts last season. It was Lamin, Lewandowski and Rafinha as the front three. That trio has been broken up this season, injuries to the two wingers, and at times the fading form of the great man that we're watching here being given a fantastic send-off.
When they were in trouble last season and they didn't have Joan Garcia and Marc-Andre ter Stegen was injured, they did something that looked outrageous, and they went for Wojciech Szczesny, Tech. And the Pole was partly persuaded to come because his fellow Poland international, Robert Lewandowski, said, come on, Tech, come on in, the water's lovely. And Wojciech Szczesny did one hell of a job for a man who'd been retired. So that hidden contribution from Lewandowski was important.
Muchas gracias por venir hoy. Para mí es un día muy emocionante.
For me, this is a very emotional day, and it's a difficult day as well.
Cuando llegué a Barcelona, sabía que este club era grande.
When I arrived here, I knew this was a massive club.
Cariño ha sido increíble.
But I've still been amazed at how you've treated me as supporters.
Desde el primer día me sentí aquí en Barcelona y también en este campo como en casa.
Since the first day I got here, I felt at home at the club and on this pitch, and I'll never forget you.
Me gustaría decir gracias a mis compañeros,
I want to thank my
a
teammates,
los entrenadores,
my trainers, my coaches,
los que trabajan en este club.
and everyone that works for this club.
Ha sido un honor jugar por este club.
It's been an honor to play for this football club.
Hemos vivido Hemos vivido grandes momentos.
We've experienced some fantastic moments in these 4 years, and I feel very proud to have been part of those moments.
Hoy me despido en el estadio.
I'm saying goodbye to the stadium,
Llevar al Barcelona en mi corazón.
but I'll leave my heart here.
Muchas gracias a vosotros, afición. Una vez culé, siempre culé.
Thanks to all the fans. Once a Barça fan, always a Barça fan.
Muchas gracias. Visca el Barça y visca Catalunya.
Well, fantastic send-off, and he's given them as good as he's got.
He's given them the line they wanted.
That's a wonderful goodbye speech.
He's a showman, Pete, as well as a predator striker. It's been to the point, it's been emotional, it's been short enough, and it's finished on the high note. Hugs and kisses from Joan Laporta and Rafa Juste, his vice president. There's Anna, his wife, Anna Lewandowski, a Pole as well, a world and European karate champion. His two daughters look emotional and maybe overwhelmed. Lewandowski's often spoken about how Anna has been something of a physical personal trainer for him, comes up with routines, comes up with diet sheets that have helped him be in such wonderful condition, and the crowd, the stadium, echoes his name now.
And as you say, everybody stayed because they knew what was going to happen after the game. They knew that he was going to be honoured.
I don't know that I've been at a game where there have been two different guards of honours by each side. Barça welcomed out at the beginning, Pete, by Betis. Now, and also one of the longest guards of honour I think I've ever seen. The longest I've ever seen was here at the old Camp Nou in 1999 when Manchester United won the treble, and they made a guard of honour for Paul Scholes and Roy Keane, who hadn't played that night because of suspension, to come out and gather the trophy. Lewandowski, the showman, playing this moment to absolute perfection. Hats off to him, Pete.
Predator, leader and showman, leaving the Camp Nou playing surface for the last time. He'll be at Mestalla next weekend for Barcelona's last game of the season, but this has been a terrific send-off for him as he makes his way through, and not just fellow players, but the...
we knew that was coming.
That'd be the fellow players there that
That's a Barça tradition. It's called collejas. It's a slap around the head. It looks aggressive. It's not. It's another gesture of affection. You want to keep out of the way of most of them, particularly if Gavi's dealing them out. And there he goes, Pete.
Well, we're still hoping to hear from a player from each side. The Barcelona players making their way down the tunnel, convincing tonight and convincing at home all season.
Only lacked a goal, and that wasn't necessarily solely because of him. Supply chain to Lewandowski was not premium tonight. Man of the match, I think, is being brought by Barça press officer Jordi Nomdedil. 2-hour stand. Let's see if we get Rafinha, who was player of the match. Cam was taking us up the steep steps.
Que hubiera cedido el brazalete de capitán a Robert Lewandowski. ¿Qué tal, Rafinha? Buenas noches, enhorabuena.
Muchas gracias, buenas noches.
Entiendo que no puede haber una despedida más bonita para un compañero.
There couldn't have been a better send-off for him, for Lewandowski.
Creo que desde que él llegó en este club,
Well, ever since he arrived,
ha aportado muchísimo con su trabajo.
he's given us so much with his goals, with his work, and with his personality and his experience.
Y creo que lo más justo que podríamos hacer hoy era este homenaje.
And we could do nothing else but give him the sort of send-off that we've tried to give him tonight.
Pero no pasa nada. Lo importante fue el cariño que todos nosotros tenemos por él.
We have so much affection for him, all of us.
Somos todos agradecidos por poder haber compartido vestuario con él.
And we're just grateful to have shared a dressing with him for these 4 years.
Con 119 goles con el Barça.
119
Por ejemplo,
goals.
más importante, ahora lo estábamos comentando, que esta temporada que ha tenido menos minutos, menos relevancia, menos participación, no se le ha visto nunca una mala cara.
We haven't seen him as much as a starter this season, but his attitude never changed.
Esto se espera mucho de los jugadores que quieren jugar y al final no.
Yeah, that speaks volumes for the type of player and person he is. Of course, he wanted to play more, but he's been an example in that sense. He's kept working hard. And he's been this way since the first day he stepped through the doors of the club. Having him in our team was very special. Well, it's fantastic that we've won every home game this season. When you play for this club, you always want to win. But to finish the season having won every single home game is something very special. It's been a spectacular season in that sense. What did the president say to you at the end of the game? No, it was a good thing. I'm not going to share it with you, but he said something good to me, said something nice to me.
Yo y Pedri estamos hablando hoy por la mañana y bueno, decidimos que era el mismo que podemos hacer por él, dejar llevar el brazalete porque al final.
Well, no, the captains all got together this morning and spoke between us, and we thought that it was fitting that Robert Lewandowski should wear the captain's armband in his last game here. Well, the words of Rafinha, all that remains is to remind you of the way it finished tonight.